This information comes from a remote viewing project conducted in May 2021. It concerns the economy of the United States of America and covers the time period between May 2021 and November 2022. Accuracy of projects are always tracked on our website as information becomes available. Remote viewing data indicate that some of the following things may occur. The first segment of this session is relatively straightforward. There are portraits here which are overly optimistic, and by comparison this may indicate that reality is more pessimistic. There are shock waves which are steps and stages of a process which is like bloodletting. Something is shored up. Therefore, there may be bad economic steps that we may collectively have to go through, however ultimately they may be necessary. There are stages here which have stalled. This may indicate that the economy may not be able to get significant momentum during this period. There is a seemingly endless process of shortages here. Shortages are a persistent theme throughout this project. In fact, the word shortage appears 7 times in the data. This is significant. Taken together, these data may indicate bad forecasting, shortages, and a lack of economic growth during this period. There are shortages here and something is cut back to the bone. We have already begun to see supply chain shortages in 2021. As of May 2021, there is a semiconductor shortage, a coffee shortage is forecast, and lumber and copper prices have risen due to demand from China. This data suggests these trends may continue. There is stimulus here from a structure where spare change is kept. It is like a fortress. There may be stimulus here from a building which is possibly a reference to the federal government. Again, we've seen a lot of this in 2021 and it may continue. There are lost wages here. The process is like stepping on your own thumb. This suggests unemployment, layoffs, or even inflation may be an issue during this period. Inflation is little mentioned in this project. We find this strange as it appears as if significant inflation is unavoidable at this point. Remote viewing sessions include the most important topics for any queue. Inflation may still occur but be less important than the issues mentioned in this project. It appears as if the economy may continue to suffer from self-inflicted problems going forward. Mentioned in this section of the data are topics relating to energy. There are layers of charged particles in the sky. Could these charged particles be a reference to solar flares? Solar flares can cause havoc to the Earth's electrical grid and would devastate the economy. And there are undercover energy projects which are only shown to few. These charged particles are studied in projects which are covert but may be coming to the public attention during this period. And finally, there is a process of influence which seeks to improve the economy. There appears to be deliberate attempts to improve the economy, but this happens all the time, so it's not a surprise to see this in the data. Part 2 of the remote viewing data has a lot going on, so we'll summarize it quickly. There may be persistent shortages of things, continued stimulus, lost wages, great interest in energy projects and atmospheric particles, and attempts to improve the economy. This section of the remote viewing data is much simpler. There is a stall, which is a box of animals. These are grazing animals in a pasture. Some of them have escaped. These animals are being studied because they have tissue with an illness. Their organs are atrophying. These grazing animals are studied because they may be sick, which obviously may have an economic impact, otherwise it wouldn't have appeared in this project. This section of the remote viewing data is a thing which pumps and is like a heartbeat. There is a valve with oil, which is like a tap. There is a shortage here. A valve has been turned off. There is an opening on the land and a spill. This suggests that the stable supply of oil and/or fuel may be threatened during this period of time, perhaps because of or involving a spill. Overall, these project data suggest the United States may experience a challenging economic period ahead. The economy may be worse than forecast. Economic recovery may stall due to persistent shortages. There may be continued stimulus, lost wages, and attempts to rescue the economy. Grazing animals may become sick. Oil supplies may be inconsistent. And finally, energy projects may garner a lot of attention. We must admit we are somewhat perplexed by these results. What is interesting here is what is not discussed. The US dollar, future inflation, which seems almost guaranteed at this point, cryptocurrency, gold and silver prices, COVID-19, lockdowns, trade agreements, or protectionism. It is important to note that this project is about the United States economy, which is a very broad term. It is not about finance or specific financial instruments, which probably explains some of these results. When results are unusual or unexpected, such as these, there may be an instinct by remote viewers to massage their data, to eliminate things they consider impossible and emphasize things they consider guaranteed. This is a natural cognitive bias in science as well. We see what we want to see. However, in quality remote viewing training, students are taught how to rigorously fight this instinct, so they may perceive and describe real-world targets for what they truly are. Remote viewing is useful at uncovering those things in the future which one may not expect, and it is possible that the themes in this project are those which may become more important than today's hot-button issues. To see complete data summaries and commentary, please see our website.